Hello everyone, my name is Danny. This review is for the movie called Irresistible. This is a 2020 film. It is rated R, it runs an hour and 40 minutes, and it stars Steve Carell, Rose Byrne, and Chris Cooper. The description: a Democratic strategist helps a retired veteran run for mayor in a small, conservative Midwest town. This is Irresistible. Well, thank you everybody for watching this video. If you'd like any other correspondence with me outside of YouTube, I do have my Facebook page. It's Danny's Movies and Music. If you'd like to go on there, check out the bonus content, I'd appreciate it. This is the year of wishing that the theaters will come back. I think they will soon. But this is one that we saw advertisements for. It was supposed to come out in theaters during this time. I remember the commercials of this playing pretty abundantly. So when I watched it last night, I was able to remember a couple scenes, here and there, and kind of felt like deja vu, like I had watched the movie because I had seen the ads so many times. And so it was nice watching it, just getting it out of the way and saying that I've been able to watch it because I do remember the ads pretty vividly. So, yeah, this is a brand new movie that just got released, and it has obviously a decent cast, and it's political, so I'm not going to talk too much on that landscape, but let's talk about the funny stuff, because honestly, with these two main actors in here, they don't play the main roles. What this movie ends up focusing on is this town that they're going to in Wisconsin. So, honestly, like when Steve Carell and Rose Byrne have their interactions, which obviously is very cutthroat and very vivid for those two. Like, they can say whatever they want because they just openly hate each other. I kind of feel like they step out of their roles and turn into Steve versus Rose because their interactions feel awkward. And it seems a little bit like comedian versus comedian instead of actor versus actor. And I just didn't really appreciate those moments, I guess. And the whole Steve versus Rose dynamic just never seems to translate into characters in the movie. It just never does. It feels very awkward and very tense between the two people instead of two actors. So their comedy, their way of talking to each other really changes when they interact with each other, and that kind of takes away from the movie. So throughout the film, I kind of felt like we were taking these breaks so that Steve and Rose could have their moment. And so that's really what hurt the movie the most for me. And obviously, with this movie being about political stuff, I think the actual movie, which this is, it's actually pretty well done project. I would say that the family that this focuses on, running for mayor, trying to change things, it's a nice story. And I think that a lot of people can enjoy this. And it's kind of like Mr. Deeds that Adam Sandler did. It kind of has that feeling to it. Like you're stepping into this community, you're trying to belong, they're very welcoming, but then this person is trying to change their life and they're having somebody come into this humble town and try and change things. And so I think it has a nice element to it. I mean, I kind of enjoyed the story probably the most out of this whole thing. The politics are like a whole nother subject, and I think that the reason for making this and the statement that they're trying to make and the story they're trying to tell at the end, it's like just go ahead. I'm not paying attention to that. I'm trying to enjoy a movie. I'm trying to enjoy a story. And that's what I did enjoy. I did enjoy the story. So, when it comes to the big surprise at the end, which I will not give away, obviously I didn't like enjoy it because I was enjoying the movie, I was enjoying the story, I was enjoying the characters in this humble town, and just the absurdity about the ending. Like, no town would actually do that. Like, I've lived in a pretty good sized town most of my life in kind of Iowa. And so obviously I know what the people in this movie are talking about. Like every 4 years, people come around, they hold big old rallies. I've seen Biden, I've seen Trump, in my town when they came around. And so I know how the people in this movie feel. And that was a nice element for me. How maybe sometimes you live in a town that thinks they're kind of forgotten until the politicians come around. But when it brought it to the next level of that, I just thought this was turning into a statement. This was turning into an absurdity, and I didn't really care about the ending. I cared about the story. I cared about the nice feeling of it. I cared about the nice movie that I could experience. But all the statements, all the politics, and all the little times that Steve and Rose had to squabble, I just really didn't care for. So it kind of this, and honestly, for being a comedy, which it's supposed to be, and it's run by these comic geniuses, I didn't laugh all that much. I was just really invested in what was going on. I thought it was kind of interesting. I thought I wanted to see more of what was going on with these characters. But once I figured out what was going on, like everybody else at the end, I was a little taken back and disgusted. So I'm going to give Irresistible a C. And, it's one of these movies that we're glad it came out. I enjoyed myself enough. I enjoy this group of characters and actors coming together to make a movie, but I just don't appreciate it as much as other people. And I've seen a lot of better movies this year since I have been pretty active, more than anybody else I know. And I can name, a lot of better feel good movies that are pure feel good movies rather than some movie trying to make a statement and luring you in with a good feel good story. So, a C for Irresistible. Thanks a lot, guys. My name is Danny. If you like this or any of my other videos, try and give some of them a watch. Like and subscribe to my channel if you would. Enjoy movies. Thanks.